Well, hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy, and well, breaking news. That is Mercedes Carrera, and that's her boyfriend, and they've just been accused of child molestation. Now, this was quite a shock to me. I literally just got this story now through a subscriber of mine, and basically, I've talked to this woman once before, and maybe a few times on Twitter, and I would never have known that she was capable of such heinous crimes as this. I mean, this was before I even properly started on YouTube. She appeared on this abortive podcast of mine. The episode never aired because we had technical problems. But this was during the height of Gamergate. We'll get into that in a little while because this article touches on it. But essentially, she's been accused of basically sexually abusing a child under the age of 10. Both her and her boyfriend have been charged with 8 accounts of all, plus being accused of possession, drugs, whilst being armed. I don't know why being armed would be a crime, unless for some reason California has stringent gun laws, but I don't know. The press statement reads, the sexual abuse consisted of inappropriate touching, oral copulation, digital penetration, which occurred over 4 months, according to Carrera's IMDb page. She has appeared in 123 adult movies. The brief bio on that page states that Smith was born in Los Angeles in November 1982. Yeah, her name is Melinda Smith in real life. Not as exotic, hey guys. But digital penetration, I assume that's online. They were grooming her online, and it doesn't bear thinking about. But this is what they've been accused of as a pair. And yeah, she once walked a guy who was a vet. He's a vet, a sergeant, on the red carpet. Police have said that the investigation into the couple began on January the 31st when officers were made aware of the alleged abuse. A search warrant was served at the home that the couple shares on February the 1st. The home matched the victim's description as cops recovered guns, meth, and a bedroom that had been set up to record pornographic material and broadcast live shows via the internet. The police statement has not said if the alleged abuse was recorded for broadcast. Authorities have not said how the couple knew the victim, who has been described as a female. So they could have potentially, maybe, recorded this. And apparently they have found something, because otherwise why would they not have arrested her and her boyfriend? Nobody ever looks good in a mugshot, do they? Damn. I mean, just look at her. That's somebody who knows she's probably fucked up. The Rancho Cucamonga Police Department believes that there are other victims in the case and is asking anyone with information to contact them on 909 blah 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 blah. Police are holding Smith and Whitney at the West Valley Detention Centre, where they have been denied bail. They will make their first appearance in court on February the 7th. Police said that they are publicly releasing the mugshots of the couple because of their belief that there are other victims. So this means that forever how long they've been together, or maybe even in their own lives, they've been preying upon young children. Now, I don't know whether or not this is young boys as well, or just girls, but this is troublesome. She was, of course, involved in the fundraising event for the Fine Young Capitalists. For those who don't know, there was a group, a feminist group, by the way, called Fine Young Capitalists, who were trying to get women into the gaming industry. And basically they had funds denied. Something happened to them where another group of feminists who didn't like what they were doing because they were basically at odds with each other. I think it was actually one of the literally who's, Chelsea Valkenberger, aka Zoe Quinn, who basically tried to stop their fundraising. It was up to Gamergate in order to get them the money in order to, help them with their fund. And through this fund, there was a character created, and her name was Vivian James. She was instrumental in that. She was an instrumental early supporter of Gamergate. Now, nobody knows if she came in here just for the fame or to get access to kids. I mean, there was probably no kids in Gamergate. Who knows why she did it, but her help was obviously, much obliged. But now, however, the memories have been tainted. She also had to organise the porn charity. One of the things the charity focused on was holding a fundraiser again for the Fine Young Capitalists to help raise money for STEM. I thought it was more of a gaming thing, but it doesn't really matter. Her work in Gamergate has been hailed by conservative news outlets such as the Daily Wire. I think this article could potentially be biased, just so you know, guys, but it's the most in-depth that I can find. She told Vice that at the time that tuition is $40,000 nowadays at a state school, and she said she would take money from Hitler himself. It was to fund something I believe in. She also took aim at the critics of porn, saying the porn industry is full of very empowered women. I'm on set and I'm talking to these women who are accountants, have master's degrees. It's our dirty little secret from the outside world. Well, it's not your only dirty little secret, allegedly. And yes, she is a former aerospace engineer, and from the conversation I had with her, she was definitely one of the smartest people I've ever talked to. It's just too much to sink in. Like, first we've had Russian Deadpool on the opposite side killing somebody, and there was a few other child molesters, and this is the first person that I've known for maybe a long time. I can't remember the last time of a person who has had this level of just insanity. I mean, I guess it was Martius Filius, but nobody remembers him. He was a small-time YouTuber, barely got, a couple hundred subs, 1,000 at that? Nobody remembers him. I can't think of anybody else. And apparently one of the features, she said that she was born in Southern California, where her dad was an alcoholic and her mother was a narcissist. I don't know what to say about that, but... So, what can I say about this story? Well, it's proof that no matter what side you're on, predators exist, and do we now have to reset the clock for anti-feminists, potentially? Even though she's literally one of the only ones that you can count on one hand that this has happened to, compared to the feminists who have untold hundreds, if not thousands. I guess it shows that we really don't know who could be a predator, and they really do walk amongst us in many ways. And it shows that women can also be predators, and I hope people do remember this, that it's not just men, it's women, and particularly young boys. In her case, it was a young girl, but there could be young boys, there could be more young girls. In particular, young boys are the ones who usually are the victim of female paedophiles. That's, of course, if she did it, but I've read somewhere that they have corroborating evidence, and that's why she's been denied bail alongside her boyfriend. So we can be reasonably sure that they've got something on her. Other than that, I really don't have anything to say other than I am shocked. Not many things shock me, but this does shock me, because I've actually talked to her. Much like Russian Deadpool, I talked to him, and maybe a few other people. Maybe this has happened to other people that I've talked with on the internet, apart from the smaller ones. And I think, at least for now, we should try and at least give her the benefit of the doubt, innocent until proven guilty. But I think, unlike the feminists and SJWs, we should not make excuses for her. While they can go on and say hashtag no perfect victim, or say, oh, it wasn't like that for some particular people, or whatever they do, we cannot do that, especially if she's found guilty. We just have to basically see what happens in the trial and take the news come what may. We shouldn't stoop to their level. So anyway, till next time, it's been your boy, and I'll see you later.